More Five Nights at Freddy's news. Brew. So, if you've been on the internet recently in the Five Nights at Freddy's community, you've been on Reddit, you've been on YouTube, been Twitter, wherever, you've probably heard about a lot of discussion around Chica's secret party. Now, what is Chica's secret party? Well, the conversation actually started quite a bit ago, where this contents page got officially shared somewhere. I don't remember where. I found this on the wiki, but I couldn't actually find the original page where this came from. But this was officially shared, where it had chapter 13 amongst all these games 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, 9 security breach, but 10, 11. And Chica's secret party is just amongst them, which is weird because Chica's secret party is not a game we're aware of. So a lot of people really questioning it, but it didn't seem like much considering it was only 4 pages. So kind of at the time, I think, at least what I thought at the time, I think a lot of other people thought this as well, is that we kind of thought maybe it was a scrapped game. It's got 4 pages of just catch up what was supposed to be in it, maybe. That's what we thought. It was interesting it was amongst the game that before Secret of the Mimic. Now, new information has come up about this book, unofficially. Where this user on Twitter, SFP Cole, shared some images of, well, Chica's secret party. And it's, yeah, the 4 pages, it's a bit. It connects to a bunch of things. It connects to the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 box, connects to Midnight Motorist. I think one of these images of Midnight Motorist. Yeah. A lot of weirdness here. I'll let you, pause if you really want to look at it, assuming video quality is good enough for you to do so. Otherwise, link is always in the description. These things. For me, anyway. Now, at first, some people were like, okay, well, one rando on Twitter, that's not reliable anyway. But other users started getting it too. These are the 2 I've just got as a reference for now. There are other users who have obtained the book. So it is probably not fake because multiple people have gotten access to it. So I think it's worth talking about because it looks like this is a genuine leak. But it's weird because usually I wouldn't talk about leaks really. I don't want to. But this one's weird. So Chica's Secret Party was apparently a game that released in 2016 for 3 days and no one found it. This is a load of crap because the fanbase was rabid back in those days, so we would have found it. This is just a complete lie. Scott Cawthon's basically pretending this game exists when it doesn't. And he's put it in the guidebook. Now, I originally didn't even know what to think of this. It was a lot for me to put my mind together to even figure out what this was supposed to be. But after writing a Reddit comment earlier today, I've kind of realized I think I know what this is. At least I think I do. So, this Ultimate Guide 2 releases December 2nd. I've got the wiki page open, it probably says that here. I could probably fact check. Yeah, December 2nd. I'm smart. 3 days before the second film releases. If you guys don't remember, the first film, about little over a week, I think 9 days or something like that, before the first film came out, a game called Freddy in Space 3 Chica in Space released, and it had a teaser in the game for the film. I think Chica's Secret Party is another teaser game. I think this is going to be for... I think what's going to happen is that this book's going to come out, and people will ask Scott about it. Scott will pretend, oh, I've received a lot of people asking me about this game, I might release it again. And he'll, quote, re-release it, even though it never released in the first place. And it'll contain a teaser for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. That's what I think will happen, because they're both Chica related. The guidebooks often have teasers, like the Freddy Files had a teaser for PizzaSim. The Freddy Files Updated Edition had a teaser for In the Flesh of all things. The Ultimate Guide did not have a teaser, the original, but the Ultimate Guide 2, I mean... this has got to be a teaser, right? Because this in itself doesn't give any lore information. It's not really anything useful, anything worth theorizing about from this alone. I think the general consensus is pretty much just wait for it to come out and see what happens after. But there's a few theories on why this is here. One of which could just be Scott's trolling and this is nothing and it's just here for no reason. I don't think that's the case. I don't see why he just put this in for literally no reason. Scott usually trolls, but usually there's some extra thing behind it. Like, as I said, the Freddy in Space 3 Chica in Space game was a troll game. It was titled Finds Freddy's the Movie, the game. So that was a troll game, and it was still a teaser. So, his trolls generally connect to something. Like, even like the Finds Freddy's 3 troll game still had the Finds Freddy's 3 title screen, if I recall correctly. So, the troll games aren't entirely nothing usually, or if they are, they're usually right before something releases that's funny, right? So, I don't know, this just doesn't feel like something that's just a one-off thing in the guidebook. And some people also theorize it's AI generated. If you didn't know, I've shown off the entire guidebook, but from what we've seen in the guidebook, it's really, really, really bad. Like, way worse than the previous. I kind of feel bad for DJ Sturf because he wrote like 200 odd pages of corrections and they clearly listened to none of them. So, the guidebook is really, really low quality, so a lot of people thought it was just AI generated and thought that maybe this game was just added in by an AI. But from other shots that we've seen, I'm not sure if this video will have it. This will have it specifically. But somewhere around, one of the things I've seen someone people share is other shots. And they've all been screenshots of things we've seen before. They've all been things like... The only screenshot that I think I've seen from this guidebook that we haven't seen before is there's a screenshot from VR mode of Secret of the Mimic in here. But aside from that, everything else is stuff we've seen before, so they're not AI-generated images. Even if the text is AI generated, the images are not. And these are consistent sprites too. In minigames we've seen before, these look asset flipped, not AI generated. So this is very deliberate. This is not just that AI's thrown it in. It's not, I don't think it's just Scott's thrown it in for funnies in a random guidebook and it's going nowhere. So in my opinion, I think it's most likely to be a teaser. And if it's teasing anything, it's 3 days before the second film, so it's most likely that. I don't know how much I like the idea of that, because that probably means that the film will come out, the game will come out right after the guidebook, and then the film will come out right after the game, because the film only comes out 3 days after this, and the film releases early in some places. So if Scott keeps it that close to the end, then the game and teasers will come out so close to the film that we won't even have time to theorize on it. So, I honestly hope that this isn't for the film, if this is a teaser game. I honestly hope it's for, like, Fetch or something. But it's probably for the film, considering that's what's about to release. And plus, Fights Freddy's does do these last-minute teasers. If anyone remembers Secret of the Mimic, we had, like, gameplay footage of the game shared, like, 1 day before release or something silly like that. So, something like this dropping 3 days before release, and Scott dropping a teaser game 2 days before the release, and the film releases in places a day early, that's very, very in line with what this franchise does. It just sucks because I probably won't get a theory video out if that's the case. But, I think I've said most of what I wanted to say. I kind of rushed through this really quickly. But I think I did mention everything I wanted to mention. Like, it's real, other people have gotten it. I guess sorry for leaking the guidebook, like, ages before it came out. It's weird, but there's nothing really of value here. We can't really solve anything with this. And the only thing that makes sense to me is it's a teaser. And if it's a teaser for anything, it's most likely the film. But I guess we'll find out after the guidebook comes out, which is, as I said, it's in December. It's like December 2nd this comes out, so... We'll find out then, because I'm sure this won't be the last we see of this. There's no way this is just a one-off thing in a guidebook. It brings too much attention to itself for something to be nothing, if that makes sense. Okay, but I've rambled. I have well and truly rambled. So, I'll see you next time, and I'll definitely update you if we get more in that book, assuming it isn't, like, literally the day of the film.